don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, outside of my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and your life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and your life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and your life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and your life do what you want.
Whoa, I love that intro. That song, like, I think I was like naked, all dancing all over my room for a second there, Mindy. Are you here? Oh God, you got to turn up. I can hardly hear you. I hope they can hear you. Hello, No Beard Papa. Can you hear us very well? We're having a little bit of sound issues. Krabby, could you, if you're here, somebody let us know how it sounds out there. I'd appreciate it. The YouTube notifications didn't go out either, so we're going to have a little smaller crowd to begin with here, but the replay crew will hit us up, you know, because they love that, Johnny. No on Mandy. Yeah, they can't hear you, Mandy, so let's try. Thank you very much, my wonderful mod, Krabby. You're going to be doing double duty tonight, love. Thank you for being here.
Okay, is that better?
I can hear you a little bit. Let me try to turn you up myself a little. Keep that. Hold on. Testing, sexy. 1, 2, 3. Try that again. I'm turning you up, girl. Go on. Go ahead.
Is that better?
That's a little bit better. You sound a little muffled. Oh, you did get a notification. Thank you, Krabby. How does she sound? All right, sing to me, girl. Come on.
You know my sinuses are all like that.
I know you can't sing, but it sounds a little like you're underwater. Like I don't know where your mic is. It's like you're.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this. Okay.
I don't know. We keep working on it. On it. Do you have? Whatever that was. That's crackling. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, I'm turning down.
This is because they said the crackling is keeping your words from being understood, which would be a shame because your voice is like the bomb. Hello, Whisper. Hey, Josh. Hey, John. How are you? You want to hear some Johnny Depp dirt?
Why was it just
working? I know, John. The other one I had to leave, so you go keep track of that. You can catch me on replay, dude. I get it. Well, okay. Thank you.
Claire, do me a favor real quick.
Yeah.
Send the link to our Discord chat. I'm going to try something.
I did.
Okay. Hang tight for me.
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay,
Kathy.
so I'll wait for you. Bye. I'll see you in a minute. I'll entertain them with
Okay.
nonsense or something. Okay. Bye.
You do this.
All right.
Hold on.
All right. I'll drop you. There you go. All right.
I'm still here.
Oh, wait. I dropped you. Hey, get out of here already. The Dark Magician. Hey, how are you? Okay, come back when you're ready, Mandy. Oh, there she is. Different avatar. That must be her. Maybe it was the cat ears. Yeah. I think he may have solved it. Maybe it was the cat ears. They were conflicting. Like only one set of cat ears on stream. Can you hear me? I can't hear you at all, Mandy. All right, I'm going to drop you for a second. Try to fix that sound, okay? Try to pop it. Oh wait, there you are. Wait.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, you're here. I got you.
Is that
Cool.
better? For
It is
fuck's
better.
sakes. I just
For
cursed
fuck's sake.
online.
I know, and you never do that. That's usually me. Like, oh my God, look at my cat ears. They're like wilted. Oh my God. That's a first. That's a first ever, people. It was right here. Mandy cursed on YouTube. Ooh, she doesn't even curse in phone calls usually. This is not good.
I don't. I'm
No,
so annoyed.
But I'm so, you know what? Don't be too annoyed because you're nice and clear now, and that's great. And you got rid of the other one. Cool. We're good to go. We're good to
Yeah.
go. Yeah, Krabby, how's the balance? Are we too loud with each other or good? Because I'll fix it. You know, I'm trying to pay attention to audio lately because I've been I went over to like what I would call a professional radio voice person over at another channel, and he said I need a new mic. I need to clean my act up as far as audio goes. And he's right. He's right. I'm learning. I'm learning a little bit every time. Yeah.
If I'm going to do this with you, I need to definitely figure out
headset
how to make it work. Yeah.
Yeah. What I was advised is if I still even want to use like the laptop the way I do, at least get a good mic and a good headset, a good headset, a good pair.
Like a gaming headset, because
well, I have a gaming headset on now that has a microphone in front of my mouth and a good set of noise canceling headphones.
Okay.
And I use them in their Bluetooth, and it's been working, but it ain't the quality that some people think I should have. Okay, thanks, John. Yes, sometimes I am much louder because my gaming headset is a boomer. Yeah, but thank you. But yeah, that's technically what I use. But I have been told I need to improve. My voice needs to be radio quality for some reason. Yeah. But,
okay. So now I set my phone away from me a little bit. Is that still working?
That works really good. There's no crackling. Are you comfortable? Yeah.
Yeah, let me turn down the TV. My daughters were watching Orange is the New Black. We don't want to hear that in the background.
Oh, that could be interesting, but it would be the wrong show. You come Friday night with that one. Yeah.
Okay, here we go, people. Hi, everyone.
Hey, welcome, Mandy, again. Welcome, everyone in chat that they came by. We've got some legal stuff, some interesting things today. Some stuff happened with the case. You know, it's getting exciting because we're getting closer to the trial. Like we're getting closer to where it's actually going to be in the room.
Yes.
It's about a month away now. Like, which is
yes,
like just a month.
33 days. Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff's popping. Like, you know, things are happening. There's a lot of talk out there. You know. No, I get it, John. No, John, you know, I've been doing it a while. It's not really the money. It's more, I don't know what to do. Like, and that's why I appreciate it when other creators come forward and advise me. And although it was hard to hear about my audio, I did appreciate that person telling me. I do hear a lot of crackling. What are you doing, girl?
I'm loading a pipe.
Okay. He said noisy load, man. I can't wait till you're done and you chill. Because, man, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, thank you. I'm saying we're gonna mark that down for next time. While loading mute, because it sounded like you were building while you're building blocks or something over there. I'm like, what is she making? Like, it's like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're right, John. That's a good advice. I'm gonna save that in chat. That's like really good advice. Popping in, just thanks for the love, True Cereal, you coffee hater. I'll see you in the morning. I see you in the. Are we still on for the coffee hating session that you're running over there? hmm. Hmm. I know, right? I would love if I could have used the gummy for the last couple of weeks with everything that's going on.
What
Hello
is
there.
the? Go
Huh?
ahead.
No, you
What
can
is?
ask me. Go
What
ahead.
are the laws there? I don't even know in Jersey.
We have medicinal, like we can get a script. I have a disorder that I can get it legally anytime I
Right.
want, but it's with what, like, I don't want to go into any great health wise details. Like, I'm fine, people, I'm comfortable, everything's cool. It's not like I'm not sad vision, it's nothing like that. But with what I have, it's chronic, it's lifelong, it's never going to get over. So I don't want to start anything. I'm young enough that starts to work now, and then I have to increase, and then I have nothing when I'm older, when I'm really going to need it, because I can tolerate everything right now. And so I kind of want to stay that way. Although I have to admit, sometimes, like, it, more for like everyday life stress, forget about the health issues, I would just love to be popping a few gummies here and there just to get through the day.
Right.
But can you imagine, Mandy, the bear on gummies? Like, I don't think
actually.
you can, but I don't think YouTube would be ready for it. Actually, I don't
think
think YouTube could handle
I think
it.
it would be a good time.
It would, and
I vote
it
yay.
would. Okay. well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you know if I ever venture that way. You can experience it with me. I'll be like,
you can do that. You can pop a couple gummies, and I'll have a glass of wine, and it will be a whole different
That's
scenario.
right. We'll be switching, wouldn't we? We would be like switchies, like friends go switchies. Like, yep, that would be different because you normally don't drink the wine while I'm sitting there finishing off a bottle while we're talking. Hi, student. Thank you for being here. I'm not typing today, but hello. And hello, Clockwork Rex. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you're all having a great morning, evening, day, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. I know I have friends all over the world, Mandy. Like, this is my time schedule is wonk.
I love it.
But I love it because I'm blessed enough to be free to make my own schedule. So if I want to sleep during the day, it's cool. And it's been necessary. Yes, it's been necessary to sleep during the day. And I see Jay, because Jay and I have a date at 7:30 in the morning, and I can't decide whether to stay up all night or to catch some Z's before that. I'm going to weigh it out and see what it's like.
Sometimes I'm like getting up and getting ready to go to work, and I check Discord, and you're like, well, I'm going to bed now. Like, you weirdo.
I know, you're on your way to work, and I'm like, bye guys, it's 9 a.m. time for me to hit the sack. And you're like, jerk, like, what the hell did you do all night? Like, I'm not telling. But I must have been entertaining because I was there all night. Like, we have some great conversations. Like, there's people from all over. It's fun. I do a lot of creating, actually, Mandy. I do my videos very late at night. I've got a creative team from around the world, so to speak, and some of them are on Australian time, and it's 12 hours plus 4, like 16 hours difference. So for them, they're just getting home from work, they're ready to, like, drill down and get to work, and I'm like, it's 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning. Like, it's like, what? What the heck? It's like, often it's like 7 a.m. and I'm working on a video with someone, and but I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm not complaining at all. I live for it. It's actually wonderful. There's somebody online any time of the day or night. It's like,
that's
really
crazy.
Cool.
I like my sleep.
I have been sleeping more. You'd be proud of me. They've been kicking my butt. My other friends in the Discord have been saying, Claire, you need to sleep like more than an hour a day. You're getting to be like, you can hear it in your voice. So the last few days I've slept like 6-7 hours in a row. It's been good. It's been really good. I miss. Yeah, I kind of fell back in love with sleep again. Like, I could see the benefits. Like, we weren't friends for a while there, me and sleep. We were like mortal enemies, So I am so glad that, we've actually come to an impasse that we can get along a little bit. It's actually working for me. So, hey, just saying, welcome. I'm not typing because, while we're talking, you can hear it really loud, and I don't want to bug Mandy's ears. She's got a nice chill going on, And
Yeah, I'm better now though because I have no headphones, so you can do what you want.
oh yeah. Oh, now you tell me after I've ignored the chat for the first 17 minutes of the live. Oh well, chat. Sorry about that. We go. But anyway, let's get. We're here for Johnny, right? We're here, right, Mandy, for Johnny. There's so much going on.
We are.
But it's looking good, right? I wanted to talk about that first thing you mentioned. The last thing that you mentioned to me, I want to talk about it first because I could not find anything in the documents. I went over to Fairfax County Courthouse online and I searched through all the documents.
You know what?
I was looking for something on a rumor that you told me. You want to tell them what it was so we can look?
It's not Fairfax. It's LA County. I put them in our Discord.
Oh shit! It's in LA.
Yep.
How the hell why is it in LA instead of where I go?
Because they have a bunch of different stuff going back and forth.
Well,
and
damn them, those damn sneaks. Shit.
So they filed. Okay, so let me back up. You can go look if you want to take a second to pull the screenshots I put in Discord.
Okay, yeah.
So
okay.
Just a quick rundown.
I see. I missed this. There's two white ones here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, cool. All right. Oh, yeah.
So
why are my notifications not going off? Why did I not see that?
That's interesting. So
it is interesting.
It's about Samantha Spector, and she was Amber Heard's attorney during the divorce. And if you've followed any of this case, you would know that Amber basically blackmailed Johnny. She was trying to get 3 penthouses, a Range Rover, $50,000 in spousal support a month, like all of this really crazy shit. So they basically said, if you don't comply with this, then we're going to blow up your ass. And he didn't comply with it. So obviously that led to where we are today. Well, going back to Samantha, and like I told you today, I did reach out to Emily. I know she's a super busy person, but I did try to get clarification. So go ahead.
Yeah, go. I was going to say, I've linked some videos down there from LegalBytes, I think, talked on these. If you want to, LegalBytes is in there. There's 2 more in there, Umbrella Guy, and there's another one. I forget his name.
It's that
first one. Is it
Colonel something?
Colonel Kurtz. Yes,
he's in there too. Colonel Kurtz.
Yeah, he's and as always, the podcast is listed down there too. You get great information, and I have added Laura's Twitter finally, so you can follow her if you like. Anyone who's on this subject, because she is a great source also. But anyway, continue. I just wanted to give them that, but continue on.
Right. So the way it sort of goes is during all of this stuff going on, Amber texted Johnny, and Amber's mother, Paige, texted Johnny. And what was said in the text was, my lawyers made me do this. My lawyers advised me that I had to go through with this. My lawyers said, blah, 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 blah. So now Johnny's team has filed to get a deposition on the lawyer at that time, because
that's what we got right here. Samantha Spector.
That she violated attorney-client privilege in those text messages by saying, my lawyers advised me I was going to have nowhere to live. My lawyers advised me I have to do this. So kind of like the other lawsuit that we will not discuss, when a client says, what did you say today when we were talking about it, to a third party?
Any third party. It should be any third party. It breaks it. Yep.
My lawyer said I had to do this. Then you're breaking that. So now what we're looking at on the
Especially
screen.
if you're saying what the lawyer said and you're going, like, if you're actually breaking the privilege there about the conversation that you had, you don't get to selectively only pick out a few sentences. I think that's the
Exactly.
point. You
Yeah.
don't get to say, oh, well, that was the text. I only wanted to release that. Once you break privilege in that way, it's kind of all of it. It's all or
It's
nothing.
all it's on. Yep.
Unless you get a court order for selective privilege, which is different. But apparently she didn't have that when she was, mouthing off in her
No,
text
and
messages. Yes.
and so this on the screen, let me make it bigger so I can see because I'm blind.
Okay, so this
go
is
ahead.
page 1. This is the
I'll be
page
right
1.
back.
Do you need it bigger? I could try to make it bigger. Let me see.
No,
Let me, no, because I can make the words. I got it at 150. Let me see. Here, how's that? We could scroll because they don't really need to see the top. It says the Superior Court of California because I guess that's where Samantha is. That's why it's LA. I should have thought of that. Dum, bear sleep maybe isn't a good thing. A little dull around the edges here. Why didn't I think of that? She's in LA. Of course, they have to serve there, don't they? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be right back. So read that. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
I'll read that and then I'll pull up page 2. Okay, so this is the motion filed by Johnny's attorneys. It says, please take notice on July 19th at 8:30 a.m. or so thereafter, as a matter may be heard in the Department 19 of the above reference court located at 312 North Spring Street, Los Angeles, California. Non-party, meaning not a part of the lawsuit, Samantha Spector will move for order for a protective order regarding plaintiff's counsel disposition on non-party Samantha Spector. Notice to occur on February 28th of 2022, starting at 10:30 a.m., staying the taking of non-party Samantha Spector's deposition until this motion is determined by the court. And let me just pull up on the second one.
These are only screenshots. I don't have the complete filings. Yeah.
No, that's okay because, I can go and get them and I will add them at another time. And there's not really. What's this? Okay, this is the memorandum of points and authorities in support of the motion. It is there. Oh, so this is just to give me the numbers. Okay, so I see that. So anyway, there's they are filing for it. Their deposition should have already happened, but it looks like they're fighting. Is she fighting it? Because it looks like it already happened on the 28th. Like I want to get a hold of it.
If you look at the date right there, they were setting a date for July 19th of 2022.
Right. Because, I see. They wanted her there for February 28th, but there's contesting. So now they've moved it to give them time to file back and forth about whether she should appear or not. Oh,
so this date was for a hearing, but the case will be over by then.
Yeah, so what's that? Like, something's going to happen. Yeah, something else is going to happen for sure. Isn't that crazy? Like, how could you file to hear on a motion for somebody's testimony after the court? After the court is over. The court starts in 30 days, unless they're going to push the court now because of this. Then I'm going to get really...
If they push this court date again, I'm going to lose my crap.
Yeah, we're going to have to do gummies online. Like, this is going to happen. Oh, hey, Lizzie, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I hope you are. It's nice to see you. Thank you for being here. But I'm telling you, the Johnny stuff is like, we do have other stuff. Like, Johnny made a move too. Johnny made a pretty big move. And that's going to be I hope you're settling in, Mandy, because that is going to be a bit of a read. I wonder if I should do the other. You know what? I'm going to do the other one first. Let's talk about Knuckles. Let's talk about Knuckles McGee.
Yes.
Let me show you this. Okay. People, I tell you I'm a little biased about this. Okay. I admit it. I'm a lot biased about this. Okay. I have issues with Miss Heard. I do. And so when I find something that supports my issues, I get a little giddy about it. You'll have to tolerate me a little bit. But Mandy brought me something that gave me great joy this morning. I was laughing over coffee. I did not spit on my laptop. I actually covered it. I watched a bunch of funny stuff this morning, but I actually covered everything. And I have saved my laptop for another day. It's not sticking today. God. But I just want to play you this. There you have to read. I hope it's big enough for you all. You got to read the words. If I make it larger, unfortunately, if I get rid of this white on the side that you see, it will actually take her head off and stuff. And like I have to like decide whether I want you to see the whole thing or take her head off. But I will make it bigger.
Do we want to see her head?
Not really. I don't really like her head, but you know, full transparency, I guess I should play it as the TikToker intended. Okay,
Yes.
so all right. So let me just play this lovely thing for you guys, and then we can talk about what we see here, and see if you see what we see. Okay. That was something. I'm going to play it again. One more time. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So do you have this screenshot just to put it up there so we can dissect,
Nope,
look at it?
I didn't yet, but I should have. You know what? That's a very good idea. I actually just closed it, but yeah, you caught me again. I should have. Did you guys catch those knuckles? Yep, those are some knuckles, Lizzie Lou. I'm glad you caught that too. Gee, is she? Yeah, gee, she's such a gentle soul, isn't she? You know, showing up to shoots with like busted up knuckles and stuff. I wonder what she's been doing all weekend. But anyway. Yeah, I just had to. And there's so much talk right now. Everybody, John mentioned it in the chat already. Warner Brothers like going out of their way trying to keep their movie out of the mouths of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard both. Like they don't want nobody talking about Aquaman 2. Nope, they don't want you talking about it. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about how you ruined a man's career to support somebody like this, and you're not saying nothing about her. I want to talk about that. Oh, I do. You want to talk about that, Mandy? I want to talk about that. Warner Brothers, you got a problem. You can't make us not talk about that. Like that's so damn obvious. You know, you should have not picked sides. We've been saying it all along. You didn't have to ruin a man's career. You should have stayed out of it until you knew. Because, you know, just like anything, everybody knows to stay out of marital dispute. I know people want to weigh in about something they really feel is wrong, but they didn't have the whole story. You know, and now everybody looks, even the ACLU, everybody's supporting that movement that put Amber in there as an ambassador. Okay. And then they find out, maybe not a good look. I mean, she's not an ambassador anymore, is she, Mandy?
She is not.
Yeah. Why were they so quiet about when they dumped her, but not like when they put her up there? Like, come on. Like, it's not cool. It's not cool. They're playing one side against the other a little too hard. And that's why Mandy and I tag everything justice for Johnny, because, you know, it's not right. That's where we are. And if we're wrong at the end, we're wrong at the end, but that's where we are because they're ganging up on him like way too much. And he needs more support because he's not getting it out there. Public opinion is, you know, somebody calls you that must be what you are. And
still, if you like Google him,
it's the first thing that comes up, right?
Yeah. Lately, it's getting better. Surprising, it's getting better. That when you Google him, it's starting to talk about the award that he got out of Serbia. And it's talking about some other stuff. The movie,
we're pushing it. The French movie coming out, you know. And I don't know, just the idea of Johnny and French. I like it.
Do you know how many languages he speaks?
He
like
does
5 or 6 different languages.
And he speaks French very, very well. And you know what? Just go watch Chocolate. Just go watch that. Just go watch Chocolate. And you know what I'm talking about. I can't wait. I hope he speaks French in that movie. I really do. And Lissy, you're right. Yeah, trashed him from he lost Pirates, right? Dumped the whole damn phenomenal series. That was a bad move. Then he gets kicked from Fantastic Beasts, and he was playing that part really well. Like the visual, he was really, really good. Okay, and then she's still on Aquaman, just strutting her stuff, like whatever. Like, I'm sorry, that role that she plays on Aquaman, anybody could have done that. I'm sorry, it wasn't character restrictive. What did you need to do that, Mandy? Right? What did Amber have? What did Amber have? Do not, like 98% of the models and actresses out there. I mean, okay, I'm a little biased, but let's just say how it is. It's not like she's a bang up actress to begin with. It's not like she's getting Academy Awards for her performances. Like, she's so good. Okay, it's Aquaman, for Christ's sake. Come on. They could have replaced her. They could have, Mm-hmm.
I'm reading the chat.
Oh, no. Just saying. I wasn't saying about that, about Nate the lawyer. I was saying it about what he said about something else. No, I'm glad you said that about, the comment before. I had left before the Nate stuff. No, I'm not. It's not about that with you. Love, please. I mean, we could talk about it later and I will explain, but I'm sorry you're disappointed if you thought that my comment was about that. I assure you it wasn't. It was about not being able to say what we needed to say to Steve is what I was referring to. And I'm sorry that if that was confused, and I hope more people don't think that that's what I meant. Sometimes the chats are all bumbled and I should be more careful, but I'm willing to talk to you about it. Please, I hope you will talk to me about it, because I would not mean anything. If you got told something like that and called a name and then blocked, I wouldn't be like, I'm glad you said that about that. I hope you know me better than I would think that to you or to anyone. That's not what I meant. Hopefully we can talk about that after. I am so sorry. That's a misunderstanding for sure. I left that stream a while ago before I came here. I don't even recall Rez talking about Nate, so I'm thinking it's a timing thing. I am sorry that you got that impression, just saying. And I hope you'll talk to me about it, because I wouldn't want anybody to call you that because of your opinion. I think that's a little harsh, just for having an opinion about something. But anyway, I will move on. But I'm open to talk in my DMs or anywhere, just saying I've got Discord, I've got Instagram, I've got Twitter. Hit me up. If there's another way you want to talk, email, hit me up on the back of a video or something. Anyway. Oh, back to Amber. What?
Huh.
Oh,
Hi.
Student. Oh, hi. Student, what is that about Batman? Yes, of course. They could have replaced her because she wasn't. Yes, I agree, Lizzie. She was not the best Mira. Yeah. So I do. But on to that. Let me pull up the actual what we played the TikTok. So now we're gonna pull up the meat of the today's thing.
Yes.
Which is this the one? Let's see. I want to see if this is it. Wait. Nope. This is not the one. This is the counterclaim, which I don't want to do. I've got so many legal documents up here right now. I think, is this one it?
I think I put it in today, so.
No, I know. I got it from the other day. So that's not this.
Nope, not that one.
Nope, not that one. It must be this one. With my luck, I probably took it off the screen by mistake when I did the TikTok. But
what does that say?
Oh, this is it. I got it.
That's
Table
it.
of yeah. Okay, so this is the right one. This is the memorandum of law in support of plaintiff's motion for summary judgment a counterclaim of Amber Heard. Remember, Amber has been trying very hard to get Johnny to do something about the photographs and things like that. She's countering that they're not giving certain evidence that, or something. I don't actually understand what she's looking for with that, Mandy. Do you? Like, they keep saying on this date, on that date, you didn't mention this time or this whatever. I don't know what she's talking about there, actually. It's just almost... It's like gobbledygook to me, when I was reading it, actually.
No, this is the motion to support the summary judgment.
No, this is
her counter. Yeah.
For her counter dismissal, right?
For her counterclaim.
All right. So the Johnny's lawyers and all are coming forward to the judge saying she's trying to put a counterclaim out on us now, for all of this to try to delay things even more. And this is actually the summary judgment, right? This is what they are actually saying about it. So
this is what they're hoping will be signed. This is the backup basically to their request for the summary judgment, because they want it thrown out. It should be thrown out. She's going after Johnny for things that Adam Waldman said. You cannot go after Johnny without
what somebody else said.
What somebody else said. And there's all these factors that play into it. Her being a public opinion, it being Adam Waldman's opinion. She can't link Johnny to even saying the things to begin with. So that's sort of where it's at. Yeah.
Yep. Nope.
And I don't think this is very long, if I remember right. So
all right. So no, I'm going to read it. It's only a few pages, so if you guys will get it. And the first 5, I've already gone through. Like, we get to the meat of it on page 5. Actually, where they're talking, the rest of it is just like they list what argument numbers and all they're going to be referring to in the table of contents. So Ms. Heard's counterclaim is defective, and Mr. Depp is entitled to summary judgment. At issue are 3 statements, counterclaim statements, made by non-party Adam Waldman, not by Mr. Depp. Ms. Heard fails to state a valid claim against Mr. Depp for at least 3 reasons. First, no evidence supports Ms. Heard's allegations that Mr. Depp conspired with or directed Mr. Waldman to make the counterclaim statements. So Ms. Heard cannot establish that Mr. Depp is directly liable. Second, to the extent Ms. Heard seeks to hold Mr. Depp vicariously liable for Mr. Waldman's conduct, she must establish that Mr. Waldman committed the tort of defamation. But Ms. Heard, a public figure, cannot establish that Mr. Waldman acted with acute or actual malice. Third, in context, the counterclaim statements are non-actionable opinions. That's a big statement right there. They are non-actionable opinions. In other words, should not Mr. Waldman be able to speak his mind without worrying about being sued? I mean, she's not suing for defamation, is she? No, is she?
Well, yes. The
yes?
counterclaim.
Okay.
The
counterclaim is defamation also. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Summary of material facts. Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard had a relationship that ended in a widely publicized divorce amid allegations of domestic abuse, which have been the subject of a high-profile, widely publicized litigations in the UK against a tabloid and in Virginia between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard. Ms. Heard is a self-described public figure, actress and activist, and is affiliated with a major film franchise. See request for judicial notice of undisputed material facts X1. They're going to actually show all of this, why they're allowed to say that. Ms. Heard seeks to hold Mr. Depp liable for statements that were indisputably made by Mr. Waldman on the theory that Mr. Depp has authorized and conspired with his attorney, Alan Waldman, acting on Depp's behalf to attempt to destroy and defame Ms. Heard in the press. Oh boy. And then they list what they're going to show, parts of the tabloids, parts of things that are going on. In the lead up to the highly publicized trial in the UK that revolved in part around Ms. Heard's abuse allegations, back to Exhibit 1, Statement F is an article with the headline, Amber Heard's Sexual Violence. Evidence against Johnny Depp will be kept secret in his libel claim against The Sun, despite him arguing claims should be made public, which contains discussion of the parties' conflicting contentions. The article describes Ms. Heard's lurid 300-page filing feeling of her own, cataloging the horrific abuse she claims to have suffered at Mr. Depp's hands, and sets out a description of Miss Heard's allegations by a UK barrister adverse to Mr. Depp, who asserts that Mr. Depp would usually, when under the influence of drugs and alcohol, but not always, flip and suddenly turn into the monster. And it was on those occasions, she says, that he lost control and attacked her. Mr. Waldman's statement appears shortly thereafter, dismissing Miss Heard's fake sexual violence allegations and predicting that Miss Heard's hoax would be obliterated at trial. Sorry about that. Statement G starts with the headline, exclusive. I need to report an assault. Listen to the 9/11 call made the night Johnny Depp and Amber Heard had a blowout fight that ended their toxic 18-month marriage. But both claims tape backs up their version of events. The article describes allegations by Miss Heard and reports that Miss Heard's attorney says that phone records and police department logs vindicate Heard's account of the final shocking episode of domestic violence endured before filing for divorce. The article states, Depp's lawyer, Adam Waldman, said the various discrepancies proved that nothing Heard and her friends said about the events of May 21st, 2016 could be considered credible. And this was an ambush, a hoax, and that two domestic abuse-trained LAPD officers would later provide a pair of sworn depositions saying they saw no evidence of a crime. The article quotes Ms. Heard's then counsel, Roberta Kaplan, calling Mr. Waldman's arguments fantasies, asserting that Mr. Depp's representations about the 9/11 call on the night of May 21st, 2016 are false, and that the evidence, including sworn testimony from multiple witnesses and phone records and police department logs, supports Ms. Heard. So, Statement H is an article about a friend of Ms. Heard's, Amanda DeCadenet, who withdrew her support for Ms. Heard after she listened to audio recordings of Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard and concluded that Ms. Heard had not been forthcoming with her. The article states Ms. DeCadenet feels she was used and misled by Amber and is horrified after listening to Ms. Heard be verbally abusive to Johnny. The article quotes Ms. Heard's former attorney as saying, "We believe Amber and we believe in Amber," and Mr. Waldman as saying, "When Amanda DeCadenet recants her support for Ms. Heard and testifies against her, you know we have reached the beginning of the end of Ms. Heard's abuse hoax against Johnny Depp." Mr. Depp's fifth interrogatories to Ms. Heard included the following. State all facts that support your contention that Mr. Depp is responsible for any damages you contend you have suffered as a result of the counterclaim statements. To date, Ms. Heard's only response is to say, Ms. Heard will provide a substantive response. Wow, she hasn't even responded to that yet.
Not to this one, nope.
The court can grant summary judgment as the material facts needed to adjudicate this motion are not subject to dispute. Summary judgment is justified against a party who fails to make showing sufficient to establish the existence of an element essential to the party's case, and on which that party will bear the burden of proof at trial. Then we're going to get to the argument. But first, let me just say, what we just read was that most of what she's contesting are articles that they put out from their PR in total support of Amber, and just took statements from from Adam Waldman, who is allowed to put a statement in the article, and they're just contesting that he doesn't agree. Like, what is that, man? That doesn't make. They're allowed to say all this horrible stuff about Johnny, but
Exactly.
the lawyers not to say, well, wait a minute, I think we could prove that this is all a hoax. Like, what did he say? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
And honestly, hoax, that's an opinion. That's an opinion statement. He's just saying because in his belief is that it is. And with her being a self-proclaimed public figure, people can talk about you. Especially if you put yourself out there. But she doesn't want anyone talking about her, because the more people talk about her, the more shit comes out. So
Yep. Nope, I agree. Like I'm not understanding why she thinks she can go against that. Like her attorney's saying terrible things. Her attorney is saying that Johnny Depp is an abuser, and with they're trying to prove it too. Oh, so like why can't he say no? Like I don't understand. Like it just seems a little bit like just like they're just throwing stuff at them to try to delay things. Miss
Right.
Heard has no evidence of direct liability. Okay, Miss Heard alleges
We
that
know.
yes, we've been following. We got this. Okay, Miss Heard alleges that Mr. Depp directly authorized and conspired with Mr. Waldman to make the counterclaim statements, but there is no evidence to that effect anywhere in the record. There is no evidence of any communication or coordination between Mr. Depp and Mr. Waldman regarding the counterclaim statements or anything else. Tellingly, in response to Mr. Depp's fifth interrogatories request that Miss Heard state the facts supporting her contention that Mr. Depp is responsible for Mr. Waldman's conduct, Miss Heard has offered nothing but an unfulfilled promise to provide a substantive response. Miss Heard carries the burden of proving her allegation that Mr. Depp intentionally directed Mr. Waldman's conduct, and she cannot do so. They're not playing. Miss Heard cannot prove actual malice by Mr. Waldman. Now, here's the ticket on it, because even if she's trying to say that Johnny told Waldman what to say, this part proves that what Waldman said isn't so bad. Like, what's the problem here? Like, I don't understand why he doesn't get to make a statement in the article like everybody else does. To the extent Miss Heard attempts to argue, contrary to her counterclaim, that she is merely seeking to hold Mr. Depp liable under a vicarious liability theory, Miss Heard's arguments fare no better. To state the obvious, vicarious liability is liability for the tort of another person. As to hold Mr. Depp liable for Mr. Waldman's statements, Miss Heard must establish that Mr. Waldman committed all elements of defamation. The elements of defamation are publication of an actionable statement with the requisite intent. A public figure must prove to clear and convincing evidence that a defamatory statement was made with actual malice, knowledge that it was false, or with reckless disregard of whether it was false or not. Reckless disregard is not measured by whether a reasonably prudent man would have published or would have investigated before publishing. There must be sufficient evidence to permit the conclusion that the defendant, in fact, entertained serious doubts as to the truth of his publication. The Virginia Supreme Court has confirmed that summary judgment is appropriately granted against a plaintiff that fails to present evidence from which a jury could find actual malice by clear and convincing evidence. Here, Miss Heard is a public figure, and as such must establish that Mr. Waldman uttered a defamatory statement about her with actual malice. There is no evidence in the record that Mr. Waldman knew the counterclaim statements were false. Now, nor is there any evidence in the record that Mr. Waldman subjectively entertained serious doubts about the falsity of the counterclaim statements. Miss Heard's factually empty response to Mr. Depp's fifth interrogatories is damning. She had an opportunity to explain how Mr. Depp can be held legally responsible, which requires, as a threshold matter, establishing that Mr. Waldman committed the tort, including acting with actual malice, and she cannot meet her burden. Oh boy. Finally, she can't. Because she can't. Finally, taking in their proper context, the counterclaim statements are non-actionable expressions of opinion, entitled to protection under the First Amendment. Indeed, a statement cannot be defamatory if it is plain that the speaker is expressing a subjective view, an interpretation, a theory, conjecture, or surmise, rather than claiming to be in a possession of objectively verifiable facts. Pure expressions of opinion cannot form the basis of an action for defamation. Wow. Noting that where all sides of the issue, as well as rational for the speaker's view, were exposed, the assertion of deceit reasonably could be understood only as the speaker's personal conclusion, and finding an accusation of deceit to be opinion, quotation omitted. Okay, so what they're saying there is he's not actually lying. He's not telling a story. He's the lawyer. He's looking at the facts, and based on him, Johnny didn't do it. Based on what he says, Johnny didn't do it. Okay, and so based on what he sees, if Amber keeps talking about it that Johnny did it, she may be making it up. That's opinion, right? I mean,
yes.
I can understand why they're upset because it's the lawyer,
Well, they're
her
upset
lawyer.
because,
Go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
they're upset because what he said was true. So, I mean, the truth hurts, right? And and here's the problem, and people forget this, in my opinion, in so many situations. But here's something that I stand by. We're all different people. You and I can take the same bit of information and come to a different conclusion, because it's all about interpretation of something. So if Adam Waldman is taking a bit of information and he's coming to a conclusion based on his interpretation of the information, and he puts it out there, that's just an opinion. So her stating, he never came out and said, this is an absolute fact. This is, blah, blah, blah. Well, some things he did because he had the proof, but with the items specifically that she is claiming, it's just opinion based on the knowledge he had at the time. Period.
Yeah.
And people forget that in all situations. We see this every day.
Yep. It is. They do. And we see it in a lot of cases too. Sometimes one side goes harder than the other. And they make their point. And I guess this is just some way, like they're now getting pushback, and they're just trying to push back any way they can to try to stifle like what's been happening. Because it is changing. It is changing the closer we get to trial. Like you said, the search engines are changing because more is coming out pro Johnny, and they're not liking it. Because for several years, if you put in his name, all you got was trash. It was Amber, everything. Okay. But, she's not looking so good right now. The stuff has come out, and I guess that they're trying to counter it any way that they can. But popular opinion is moving closer to Johnny now, that he's really been wronged. And it's not going to look good for her. And, depending on the trial outcome, we don't know yet. I mean, obviously, Mandy and I are biased, and we admit it. Like, look at our thumbnails. Justice for Johnny. Like, we're not playing. We're reading this stuff, and we are totally telling you we're biased. I'm sorry. We'll hear all arguments you want, but if you came here to hear Amber's side, that's already been played out. There's a million places you can go to hear that. We want to make sure there's a few more where you can hear Johnny's side. So we are right out there telling you we are biased about it. We're not trying to be one way or the other. We're definitely biased in it. It's going to be all Johnny all the way. But
did you get a chance to watch that LegalBytes video?
I did actually.
So
she was good. I liked her.
Yeah, did you notice everyone in the chat too? I set reminders for her lives, so if she does it again, because there was that umbrella guy, Jax was in there.
Everybody showed up.
Everybody showed up, and I was like, this is amazing. So for anyone that's interested, LegalBytes is going to do her best to get access to that to the trial by going first of all, she's going to try to gain access remotely. If she can't, she said she knows people in Washington, and she's tempted just to go down there and go to the trial if she could. So if people are interested, I would say keep your eye out for her on YouTube to be doing stuff. I actually reached out. I emailed Nick with Ricada Law, and I sent him the motion for the pool camera because it had all of the information and the case number on it. And I just was like, I want to send you this in advance. If there's any way that you can gain access to this, Most of the time he does more criminal cases, but I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
love to see a couple of these
Mhm.
guys, a couple of these,
It doesn't
law,
help to
yeah,
ask, right? I mean, you
right,
never know what they're going to be
these law
interested
tubers.
in.
I
Mhm.
follow so many of them at this point. That's what I do
I
during
would
my day now.
love it. I would love it if one of them actually did it live because that would be
Yeah,
like just so great, so great.
yeah,
Well, let me just finish the last page
perfect.
of this, and then we'll go like because then we'll just talk about what we're going to do next week too. So, as if explicitly reflected in statements F and G and H, the counterclaim statements were each made in the context of a highly public and contentious litigation and conflicting testimony from both sides. Each article lays out two diametrically opposing characterizations of facts by opposing attorneys. Each article presents Mr. Waldman's assessment of particular items of evidence or developments and the opposing side's very different assessment. Each article is explicit that the facts are very much in dispute. Indeed, the main thrust of each article is to describe the clash of completely different views between Depp and Herb camps. In context, any reporter or reasonable reader would understand and expect a lawyer associated with Mr. Depp to challenge Miss Heard's version of the inherently murky events of the parties' marriage, just as Miss Heard's lawyers challenged Mr. Depp. That context necessarily negates any suggestion that the statements are properly understood as objective statements of fact that could be deemed defamatory. Oh, and that comes from Shav Supra 230 of Virginia, number at 119, which states the most unsophisticated recipient of such a claim made by one competitor against another could only regard it as a relative statement of opinion, grounded upon the speaker's obvious bias. In other words, of course he's suing the contra because he's his lawyer. Like obvious. So obvious, like it's just. I'm glad they've got actual law to just back it up and shove it back at them. Okay, if a
You just,
statement, yeah,
I
go
just
ahead.
have to say, you totally East Coast the shit out of that. You were
I
like,
did.
it's his lawyer.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I got sleep. What I can say. Am I when
I
I'm
love
well
it.
slept,
I love
when
it.
I'm well rested? Am I more Jersey? I guess you all have to weigh in and tell me. Do I talk? Are they going to start and say I changed my accent again? Do I
Oh,
have a
Jesus.
well slept version of my accent now? They're going to start, Mandy. They're going to start. Oh no. All right, but
Crazy.
yeah, I can't help it. I am from Jersey. Like
I
that's
know.
it.
I
And
love it.
I'm very relaxed when I stream with you. I will admit, I got my coffee going here. I got a little cognac on the side, and I'm very relaxed with Mandy
Good.
because I love to do this. This is so much fun. It's like Mandy and I are on the phone in my bedroom just talking about these, but we're out here with you guys, and it's pretty cool. So anyway, where was I? Oh, all right. If a statement is made in a forum in which a reader would be likely to recognize that the critics represent the highly subjective opinions of the author and relates to the inherently ambiguous subject matter about which reasonable minds could draw different conclusions, then the general context in which the statements were made negates the impression that they imply a false assertion of fact. Now, that's important because they're trying to
Yeah.
say that, like, he's trying to say it's a fact when he calls it a hoax, that it's definitely true. He's saying we're going to prove it at trial. He's saying it's open for interpretation. It's his opinion that he's going to kick your ass in the courtroom. That's what he's
Right.
saying. He's not saying that, absolutely, 100% it's a hoax. And even if he did, as the opposing attorney, I think he has a right to. I
Right.
do, because he's supposed to. He's Johnny's attorney, not yours, girl. He's not supposed to be saying anything kindly about you, really, at this point, don't you think?
Like
I don't
she
think. I mean,
said anything nice about. Yeah. No. She's
just like, yeah. Go on. I'm sorry.
she's just an awful person.
She is. Her sense of entitlement, like actually in an article where she's trashing Johnny, she actually expects the opposing attorney not to say anything about her. Excuse
Yeah.
me. Could somebody make that make sense to me? Like, I don't get it. That's entitlement. That is like a beyond. Like, there's so much to say about you, Amber. Can you actually expect us all to be quiet? Really? Like, and it's the opposing attorney, and you're doing a trash article here with your PR team, who are gratefully at least asking for a statement from the other side, because some of them don't. Okay, but at least they did, and then you're going to complain because it gets in there. I know you want it only one way, but that's not the real world. That's not how it works. They get to have their say, and apparently she wants to legally try to shut them up. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work, but I hope it doesn't work. Let's hope that they weigh in right with this. Mr. Waldman's opinions are not presented as a definitive version of events. Oh God, I'm so tongue-tied tonight. Mr. Waldman's opinions are not presented as a definitive version of events or as statements of a precipient witness, but as mere advocacy. One side of a fiercely contested story as characterized by a lawyer, where it is clear from context and the content of the statements that the facts are contested. In other words, if he's a lawyer, obviously there's another side, right? I mean, he's not. This is just him being the lawyer is like is the reason she cannot get away with this. This is ridiculous. Summary judgment appropriate where the statement in question readily appears to be nothing more than the author's personal inference, and where a reasonable reader would recognize the author as biased and would not expect a dispassionate or an impartial assessment. Like I said, he's the lawyer. Who thinks that he's going to be impartial? Like, come on, he's Johnny's lawyer. Okay, Mr. Waldman is never described as a fact witness with personal knowledge, but merely a lawyer, a partisan hired gun, expressing his opinion and evaluation about he said, she said dispute. No liability would be where there was no claim to firsthand knowledge of facts, and the context and tenor of the article thus suggests that it reflects the writer's subjective and speculative supposition. Well said. Where a statement reflects differing interpretations of the murky facts and is therefore expressing a point of view only, the challenged language is immune from liability. Expressing a point of view, the challenged language is immune from liability. Like you're wasting paper. That's what that says. You're wasting paper. Okay. Ultimately, Mr. Waldman's statements reflect the existence of two competing narratives and are merely his subjective view and interpretation, a theory, conjecture, or surmise about events he never claims to have witnessed. No reasonable reader would believe otherwise, especially as Mr. Waldman's statements are directly contradicted by Ms. Heard's lawyers in the same article. Moreover, the recipients of Mr. Waldman's statements, whether reporters or readers, were necessarily informed of the existence of factual disputes, the reporters having written articles describing the disputes, and the readers having read them, which negates defamation. The statements are no more than vivid expressions of opinion from which no liability for defamation can arise. Conclusion. For the foregoing reasons, the court should grant the motion. Respectfully submitted, and all the lawyers. I like that. Conclusion. For all of this, the court should grant the motion. Period. That's it. End of story. I mean, what do you guys think in the chat? I think that there's just no reason that she should go. I can't believe she wasted the paper, but I guess you got to do what you got to do, you know, in a case like that. But I don't know.
Well, in her filing her counter claim against him, you know, that was only to be vindictive. That was only to get back at him for what she did. For him filing against her, because when you look at the overall everything about it, it's like, but Johnny did lose money because of your actions, and he did nothing in retaliation, but then he loses all this money and you want to come at him. She's not that great to begin with. She's never made 100 million to begin with. She's not that special.
And it does look really, really bad for her. But I love John's comment. I move that the court should yeet Amber Heard's BS claims. I vote for yeet. I'm with you. I'm into the yeeting. They should definitely yeet that right out of there. And Pickle said she's grasping at desperation at this point. Yeah, I do believe that. Amber is into her lies too deep to back out now. Unfortunately, she does have to play it through because, I mean, she put it, look at how many times she's changed her statements or corrected things with the court. I mean, it's obvious that she is trying to backpedal a little bit and clean things up a little bit, but it's her own words that are getting used against her. When, that friend that they talk about, that they challenged there, that she actually, she withdrew her support.
Oh, Decadenet.
Decadenet.
What's her first name? Yeah.
I forget her first name, but Decadenet. Yes, we just read about her, and yeah, I forgot her first name already. People, don't hate me, but she definitely was a good supporter of hers. That she was a question, and I do think that she actually, once she heard evidence of what Amber was playing the victim to her all the time, like you do with your girlfriends, calling and complaining, whatever. And then she hears the other side. She actually hears audio of Amber doing it to Johnny. And that was never mentioned, funny enough, during the whole time they were talking. Right. So she really got upset about it. She's like, how could you only give me one side of the story?
Yeah, that's when she pulled her support. Yeah. So there's some questions.
I see. Pickle would like to know how we feel about the baby. Was it partially, at least, a PR move?
So the baby was born when the trial was supposed to start. The baby was born 2 months before the original trial was supposed to start, and then COVID happened, and then everything happened, so the trial got pushed out. So in my opinion, absolutely 100%, that baby was, I'm a mom now, look at me. I mean, look at people who use their children for sympathy, right?
It's kind of like, it's kind of like, I do think so. Like, I never want to challenge anybody who wanted, maybe she did want to have a child and she actually has that need or whatever, but it is kind of looking a little like, it's because it happened just when everything is like kind of turning against her. So it is questionable, but I feel kind of both ways about it. I hope not, for that child's sake. Let's just say that. I want to hope for the best life for that child that they wanted and needed.
Absolutely.
And wanted for the right reasons and all. And I hope if it was done in any way nefariously as a PR stunt, I hope it doesn't work, Amber. I hope you get exposed for it. I'll just say that.
Well, and right now it's kind of funny because, you follow something for a while, as we all know, and you start to see patterns, right?
Yep.
So a funny pattern with Amber is that anytime something big comes out about Johnny, like him getting the medal from the Serbian, the country of Serbia. So it comes out, and the first thing she does is like post a picture of her and her daughter on her social media. She just is continuously trying to like one up.
She's not petty. No, not Amber. No, Amber's not petty. Oh gosh, people. Wait, we couldn't say that about Amber, could we? Loudly, a lot. Like every time we come online. Yeah, Amber's petty. Sorry. She's petty and entitled, and I'm biased. I admit it. Don't come for me. I'm telling you straight out. I don't have any like kindly feelings towards what she's done against the movement, what she's done against this man. And I'm hoping that justice will prevail. Commentary Kelly says A, B, C, D, E, F, Amber and her mom and her sisters and her job. That's a song that we sing. And thank you very much. You just made me very happy. Thank you. And hello, Kelly. I wasn't typing before, but thank you for coming in. Krabby says, may actual justice prevail, please, for once. I hear you, girl. Too often people get away with stuff. I did see justice prevail in the Nexium case. I'll tell you, I was very happy about that. I followed that case all the way through. And when his sentence, Keith Rainier's sentence came in, it was like a hey.
So
I was very, very happy.
Is Nexium like the...
That's the cult. That's the cult.
The cult and the woman.
with the
woman was
women's
like
cult
brand.
inside the cult with the branding and the sex
Yeah,
slaves and all of that,
yeah,
the mind control and all of that.
yeah.
And it it started as an MLN, and he just this man was just he was he was evil. Like, I got to tell you, but what was scariest about it is he looked so normal. And as I'm looking into it, he used so many techniques that are out there now that people use, as far as hypnotic conversation, hypnotic movements and actions. He used so much stuff against people and trained other people to do it, to get their way. Like, it was not good. And he was very demeaning, and he actually took some of the most powerful, strong women that you could see before they got to know him, and turned them into just shells of themselves at the end. It was very hard to see and watch and follow. But I'm glad I got to put that in a drawer, because justice was served. I did 6 weeks over on Hereticals. If anybody wants to follow it, there's a playlist on my channel of that I did with Jay. The NXIVM, we covered it again. I've talked about it a little bit here and there. There's also some great stuff. If you follow Queen of Spades, that's an account that I follow. She does a lot of MLN work. Okay, she did NXIVM. She does it really well. She's done it. She has some very great videos on how some of the women acted, singing loves, especially Allison on stage with a love song to Keith. Like, she pulled some footages that were very telling in there. She had some really good stuff. And also Illuminati did quite a bit on NXIVM too. There's tons out there, but those were some of the ones, I want, me, got to shout the ladies out.
Right.
Those are the ladies. Yeah.
I've been following or watching the Playboy 10-part docu series.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch, girl. It is hard to. Yeah.
Look at my girl. Look at my girl pulling up the NXIVM playlist and popping it. Kelly gets a gold star. Thank you very much. I'm sure Jay and I both appreciate it, and Hereticals in general. Thank you so much for that, Kelly. That is so cool. And she read minds. She's awesome. But yeah, she does. Illuminati does a lot of stuff on MNLs too, and so does Queen of Spades. And I did watch her stuff on NXIVM. Godless. It was pretty good. It was really good. I watched almost everything on NXIVM you can think of, because I've been on it for years. So when Jay actually gave me the opportunity to finally do a series on it and get it all out legally and emotionally, all the stuff, it was great. And it was a great way to put the file away finally and close the door. And I thank him for that, because that was a hard thing. It was a hard, when you get into what he did and what happened, it was very hard. Almost right up there with Manson. I'm having trouble with that one too. I have to do an update.
I think from what I know about you, because you see my posts about Epstein also, and how I feel about all that. If you watch this Playboy docuseries, it chokes you up. It hurts you in your core. What?
Oh my God. Does it hurt so bad I'm going to have to get out here on YouTube about it, Mandy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Here comes my next obsession, people. You heard it right here. Mandy just tossed it at me. Okay.
It's a lot.
Because the things that move me that way, well, everybody knows, because things that move me, if you really get me that way, I do have a passion for Charlie Brooker, some of you know, and that Black Mirror series that I just revived. I'm doing on Sundays, every other Sunday. I can't help it. He makes me feel. He makes me think. He challenges me. So I got to talk about it. So if this does that, even if it's in a bad way, I know I'm going to be out here doing something about it. Just like Marilyn Manson. He got me. I did that. My very first actual video that I did, an actual video, novice little bear. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It was on Manson and 16 victims. And it was hard. It was really hard. But now I have to do an update, because Manson is actually, that's going sideways.
That's popping off. Yes.
And I'm gonna not be biased. I'm not biased about Manson. I'm not. I'm actually not biased. I actually played it both ways. I give him his say. I understand all the issues about the case. I'm not just all I think it's 100% true. I'm not there. There are actual legal issues in all of the cases. So I see what it's coming from. But he just filed, and I am going to do a video, I think, on it. I don't think I could do a live. It's too emotional for me to do a live. I
He's
have to do a video. Yeah.
filing with some serious receipts, girl.
Yeah, and those serious receipts are making me want to give him the same 45 minutes that I gave the victims. I'm going to be fair. He's going to get the same 45 minutes because it was in black and white, and I can see it. And I can see it, and I can understand it. And I think he needs a voice too. Now, I'm not saying I support that he didn't do anything to them, but I'm saying if they did what he says they did, that ain't right either. That ain't right either. And I'm going to have to, do some, talk about it.
Yep.
He's not godless. I get it. He's far from the worst metal artist either, because here, let me just put it out there that Godless Goma and Jay and I are going to be doing the Norwegian metal murders of the Mayhem. If anybody knows the name Mayhem in metal in the Norwegian band, there's some really interesting kind of like way out there stuff that happened. We got murder, we have crime, we have like all kinds of weird things. We have cannibalism, we got all kinds of weird stuff going on in there. It's like true serial, Jay's true serial killer channel meets my legal channel thing meets Jeff's like hard metal rock channel. Like we just, all three of us just like smashed it all up, and we got a good story to tell you. So it'll be Saturday. I believe it's at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time or around that. I'll be posting it soon. Let me confirm the times with Jeff and Jay. But yeah, right? Not the worst metal artist ever, Godless. I will agree that Marilyn don't have nothing on those guys. If you think Marilyn's story is tough, yeah, come watch Saturday. Like, we'll just do the YouTube play. You think I did that good, Mandy? I don't like doing that. You think I'm so uncomfortable talking about my own stuff. Is that weird? Like, that's weird. I know. I talk about everybody else's all the time. I could promote anybody but me. It's weird. I don't know. But it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it because it's always great to stream with Jeff. He's been so good to me for so long, like just casually here and there and being on a panel, and he's a great guy. And this story, it kind of hit all of us. It's kind of fun. I can't wait. But yeah. But yeah, I'm going to give him 45 minutes, Mandy. I'm going to do it. But it's going to be a video. Manson's getting a video just like I did the first one. We'll see. We'll see if my my video skills have improved. I can't wait till y'all like weigh in on it, because I have to admit the audio on the first one sucked. It really did. I hear you, people. It sucked. It did. But and on that, do you have anything else we want to say about Johnny? Because what's
just the countdown. Lots of crazy shit's coming out. It's one day it was just a constant flow of documents, and Laura is always super, super quick on, putting those out on Twitter. I think she gets like somehow she gets a notification because she's fast.
She does. She is so fast. So I do have that Twitter linked, people. She is great. If you want to follow this stuff, because I can assure you the stuff she's putting out, we're going to be we will be talking about some of it. Like we get a lot of stuff that way. We follow it. I'm linking to you the other people that are talking about it. And thank you there. Observe did do a video on that, Jujubee. So like I'm gonna everybody should go check that out too. And yes, Godless, let me clarify. My Mayhem is Friday night. Totally different than the Mayhem band we're going to be covering on Saturday. At least it'll be a lot less blood, and I hope everybody survives my Mayhem. I have to tell you, there's a lot more blood on Saturday with Jeff's rock with the metal band Mayhem, and not everybody survives. It's not good, but my show, like everybody, it should be cool. Like, it's out there, and it is we go places, but everybody usually survives. Would you say, Mandy? I mean, nobody ever, I don't usually get any problems with it, right, Jeff? And Jeff, you're definitely welcome. You're welcome Friday night if you want to get ready. Hey, Dapper. Hey, Cheshire. Hey, Smitty. Hi, guys. I'm sorry I had to leave the live. I really am.
Hi, guys.
But I was over here talking about justice for Johnny Depp because, I am biased against Amber Heard, in case anybody hasn't heard. But I think Chesh knows because I've streamed with her on this before. And that's also in the playlist.
She's done some of these before. Yeah.
Yes, she has. Yeah, we did it with Karma Valley. We did it over on her channel. We did it over here on mine. We've done it all over there, but I know, right? And Cheshire's right with me. God damn it. She said, good. Yep. F Amber Heard. That's right. I tell them all I am definitely by. Hey, Jack. Hey, Al. Am I getting invaded? Is this what they call a raid? Cheshire, are you guys raiding me? I'm excited. I've never had one before.
Oh my God.
Is this a raid? Oh my God. She's gorgeous, but she troubles, Smitty. You don't want that. I'm telling you, you do not want that. Hey, Beeves. I'm telling you, I'm not typing because it goes in Mandy's ear too loud.
I'm fine.
Okay. Well, it's okay. I can yell at them. Hey, Mr. Serious. Nice to see you. Like,
the crazy ones are always gorgeous, Smitty. I mean, come on. I'm a solid 7, 8.
Oh God.
14,
look at it. It's
14,
a solid
14 with my personality. I mean, she's a solid 2 because of her psychotic tendencies.
I would definitely, and I'm with you, Smitty. I can understand you wanting to go there, because you know what? Because somebody needs to just like take advantage or whatever. I get it. Like I get the urge, but definitely, like you said, use protection and keep it going to the side table because that girl, you think Glenn Coast boiling bunnies was bad? I'm telling you, Amber Heard, she like a nightmare. She like it's worse. You're going to get sued. You're going to get sued. Hey, Manya. Gosh, this is the best raid ever. Thank you, Dapper. I'm telling you. I'm feeling it. You guys. Thank you. That's cool. That's really cool. And we got raided right at the end of our series. I don't know.
I know.
Hey, Rodent. How are you too? Yes, Smitty. Handcuffs. You know what? Explore. Just make sure. And just, Smitty, do me a favor, man. Be the man you are. Man. Use a gag. I'm telling you. With Amber. Please do that for me. Pixar, it didn't happen. I can't believe I'm so awful about Amber, but I am. I can't help it. I'm so biased. She really pissed me off because she messed with a movement I truly believe in, and she doesn't realize the damage she did to that good movement and how hard it was to get this legislation in place and get people to pay attention. And she just like turned it into a joke. And I am really offended. Can you tell? Like I'm really offended about it. And I speak about it often. As Cheshire did with me and as Carmen did with as soon as it happened, we were like out there like going, bullshit, girl. I call foul. Like you are hijacking a movement to beat a man into divorce to like a gold digger, an entitled little brat. But just Smitty, I'm not talking about that. Stop. Stop. Come to Mayhem. We'll talk. Anyway, one on that. I don't know where else we can go on Johnny, but I want to hang out with all these people, but I guess I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to go. But it's cool. Yeah, she's not cool. She's not cool at all, Cheshire. She definitely isn't.
No, and there's even I don't remember when you guys did it on Karma's channel. It's been a while though. There's just been so much since then. Like just about the time that you thought it couldn't get worse, it gets worse.
It does. Yep.
Wait, there's more. And so the stuff that's just, we're advocates for abuse against anyone, male or female, and and then just now coming out and seeing there's another gentleman, and I can't think of his name right now. I'll have to look and tell you, but his wife basically was like, if you F with me, I'm gonna pull an Amber Heard on you. And it's like,
it's like a thing. I'm gonna pull an Amber Heard. You see what she did? She like you see what she did to the movement? Oh my God, Mandy, doesn't it infuriates you, don't you?
Yeah, no, godless scummer. As a matter of fact, the friend that she had, Io Tillett, when it came out that Kathleen was going to be Johnny Depp's attorney, which she's the one that was associated with making of a murderer. She was Stephen Avery's lawyer. When it came
Mm-hmm.
out that she is on Johnny Depp's team now,
Right.
Io
Mm-hmm.
Tillett wiped his Instagram.
He did.
Everything. Like,
He couldn't walk. He couldn't
no.
walk backwards fast enough. I actually expect to see that deposition changed. How about you? Amber has changed so much. I mean, it just tells you where she's coming from when 11 of the documents that she submitted all had to be pulled back and redone. Like,
Yeah.
that's something. I
Yep.
did count them. It's 11. It's 11. Can you? Smitty says, not a big Johnny Depp fan, but he didn't deserve spousal abuse just because Willy Wonka and Alice in Wonderland were terrible. But I liked Tim Burton. I know they were terrible. And he scared the hell out of me with his Willy Wonka impersonation. I still have nightmares. I see that face. I freak. I can't. I want the old Willy Wonka. Like, leave it like that. Like, that one bothered me. Alice in Wonderland, I guess it depends. I don't know. Who's the handsome devil? He's probably crazy. I agree. And you know what? Godless? Nope. I don't think. Is there anyone actually on Amber's side? Hard to tell because they're jumping ship like rats.
Raquel Pennington.
Mm-hmm. That's the name. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't think Alice was that bad. Hey, Jay, did you wake up and come back? I thought you left earlier. It's like we're still here. You came because you heard there was a raid, right? You wanted to be part of this party. Is that it? Yeah. We did already announce our series for Saturday. True Serial Jay is the one who's doing it with Godless Gummer and I, and we're going to be talking not my series, my Friday night show Mayhem, but the actual Norwegian metal band Mayhem. All of that massive problematic behavior. We're going to go into it, and it's bloody, it's messy, and people don't survive it. And so we're going to be talking about that. Jeff brought that to us. It's really interesting. And it kind of combines all three of our takes on things. So it's kind of fun to stream with all of them about it because we're all coming from a different angle on it. It's going to be a hoot. You can join us on Saturday evening EST for that. I think it's 7 or 7:30. But now that you're here, Jay, firm that up because I was waiting on you. I think it said 7:30, but I'm not sure. But, you know what, Pickle? You have a point. You have it. Let me just put it up here if I can get to it. She says, it's sad. It's sad that with a body of work like Johnny has, he will be most remembered for this hoe. I know. And that's sad. But I will, Mandy and I have been checking it out. And when you search Johnny Depp now, it is turned a little. You don't see this first, Amber's side first. You're starting to see more about him. They're promoting the awards he's doing, the French film he's going to be in soon. There's really a PR push to get him back out there. It's unfortunate that a company like Warner Brothers had to weigh in and pick a side when they could have stayed neutral until they knew the facts. And they took pressure from a movement and, the whole, PR part of it. When you mention the words abuse or you think somebody's wronging on somebody, they just felt, they just went for it. And I think they made a bad call because I think they actually caused damage. And they are kind of really lucky they're not also in this lawsuit, like being sued for millions and millions, because I wonder what the next step is. If they can prove that Amber made this up, what happens next? What happens next?
I mean, she realistically is still under investigation in Australia for smuggling the dogs in. I hear that there's
that was her
potential.
team. They actually researched the laws and had them all. They knew what they were supposed to do and disregarded it. They disregarded it. Like, that's blatant, right? That was blatant. That was
yes.
Awful. Yeah. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go.
No, what was I saying? Yeah, so she's being investigated for that. There's also, speculation and rumor that depending on which way this trial goes, that she can have some perjury charges against her, falsifying information, falsifying documents to the court. I mean, I guess we'll see.
Yep.
I've been strangely successsul in my verdicts in the last year or so.
Yeah, she's being coy. She's being humble. She never wrong. I have never known her to
get wrong. I did get one wrong. I got.
All right, go ahead. I wasn't going to mention it, but go ahead. Go ahead.
The one that I got wrong, and I'm hoping I don't get any more wrong, was the trial of the officer in Kim Potter, the Kim
Kim
Potter trial. Yeah,
Okay.
I was off on that one, but anywho,
Yeah,
no big.
well, but that was a one out of how many we've been doing. You've been doing this for how long? It's like a
6 or
past.
7.
Yeah. Mm.
I'm
So
the other
yeah,
one I'm super
I'd say
concerned
the
about,
odds are in your favor. Yeah, go ahead. Which one?
and we should talk about at some point is justice for Tylee and JJ. That case is a shit
I am
show.
covered. Are you talking about Vallow? You talking
Yeah,
about Dave?
yeah,
I'm covering that case, and you're welcome to join me anytime I'm
cool.
covering it. I cover
Yeah.
that on Mondays, but I also can do Monday at 10 o'clock at night instead of 7 o'clock. And girl, you and your cognac voice can join me on Vallow anytime you want.
My
I got a
throat's starting
file.
to hurt.
I know it is. We're going to end this soon. Let me just do a couple of comments and I'm going to let
Of
my
course.
friend go. Listen, I thought Tim Burton won custody of Johnny in his divorce with Helena Bonham Carter. I did too. I think that they are together like at the hips, but I like to see it. And Smitty said, I think Johnny Depp will be most remembered for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That was lit. I liked that actually. It was pretty funny to watch. John says, I would love it if Amber Heard ended up sued into oblivion for her lies, then jailed. I would like it if they would just cancel her damn contract. She's not that good. She's not that good. And I know Smitty, she might be pretty, but there are much prettier actresses out there that actually have souls. Just saying.
Right.
Just saying. Was that too far, Mandy? I don't know. Should I end on that? I think I am. I think I'm going to put the outro in because that was it.
That was it.
If you're going to go for a pretty face, at least check for her soul. I mean, come on. Check for her soul, please. I like you, Smitty. I don't want you going off into oblivion and, all that other stuff. Like, check for her soul, please. I know. Hold on. I can't even find my freaking... Okay, here we go. But anyway, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for the raid. I feel special. I've never had a raid before. You just popped my raid cherry. Felt good.
Oh my God, that was amazing. And I'm here.
It wasn't good.
I'm here for it.
You were here for it. I got to, this one here, she's never really gone live before. This is her first series. I popped her cherry, but I'm really,
yeah.
I know. No, you can respond, Krabby. I'm for it, The eyes are the window to the soul, so that doesn't really matter when I flip her over and smash her. Oh, man.
Smitty, you're awesome.
I'm very fond of him. I'm very, you need to come to Mayhem. You are like, you are Mayhem, Smitty. You are like, you're what that show is like. Yes. You could just go Mayhem, Smitty, and you'll understand. And you'll understand if you know Smitty. Thank you for the coffee. Oh, and by the way, thanks for the reminder, Godless. You're very good to me. Tomorrow morning, I have to talk to Jay, first thing in the morning, about why coffee is good for you. Because Jay is a coffee-hating asshole. Everybody knows it. He got that number on AIT. He went and the whole chat lit up. They made him an honorary number 42, because he just decided to do this stream about why coffee is bad for you and we shouldn't drink it. And I just felt compelled to argue. So people have sent me the science. They have sent me the reasons. They have sent me the argument to go against him. I don't usually do debate. I don't, because, to me, I don't like to debate against things I think are moronic. And I think not going for coffee is moronic. And trying to attack coffee when the popular drink is coffee is a little bit contrarian, to say the least. But I'm with you, Jay. It might be okay. But I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best, people. I hope to hold all the coffee drinkers in good light and support you well and win the argument. But Jay has been debating for a long time. No, you won't win. The only reason you won with me last time is I conceded. That's it. You have never debated.
I conceded.
I did. I quit. I did. I said, listen, I'm not even going to debate, because in the trial, Lizzie did get off on it, and then I heard that there were other parties involved and I couldn't prove the argument. So I wasn't going to, do it. Thank you, Godless, for being neutral, at least, Yes, they should consider moderation, but it doesn't mean it's bad for you, because actually doctors have changed their mind about it. Well, I hear you, everybody. But on that, I better go before they come after me about this stuff. But anyway, thank you. We're gonna come back next week, or you think next week?
Yeah, we might want to talk about Warner Brothers. We only have a few more weeks, but yeah, let's see what pops off this week. Or
yeah, So
Talk
we're
about
gonna
Warner Brothers' response. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
we're going to definitely talk about Warner Brothers and anything else that pops off in the Twitters with Laura and all these other guys that are following it. Umbrella Guy, LegalBytes. Who was the other one? Something.
There's SEC, so it's just at SEC.
Yep.
You have to find her. Stevie J. Raw. There's that Umbrella guy. Come Geek Some. I'm Stevie J. Raw. So
Stevie J. Raw. Like, I didn't list him because I didn't see anything this week. But the Twitter's it down there for Laura. The podcast for Monsters on the road to Fairfax. How we got here. They do it every week. It's down there. Also in the description. Several of these videos that we used today that we watched before we actually came online. I did not submit the legal documents, but they are free, listed in Fairfax and in LA County. You can get them if you have any trouble. Just hit me up in my DMs if you need them. I will try to get them to you. Okay. And on that, now I'm really doing it. Thank you again, Mandy. See you next week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you before then, but
of course.
Have a great night and feel better, love. I hope that throat all of that.
Thank you.
Okay. And thanks for the raid, guys. Thanks for the love. See you all around. Okay.
Night, everyone.
Night.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, outside of my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and your life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and your life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got